Imagine waking up tomorrow without that burning sensation rising up your chest in the middle of the night, without that acid that makes you cough and steals your sleep, without medications that leave you with side effects. Just 4 specific cereals that calm acid reflux naturally and effectively. I am Dr. Grace Nakamura, a gastroenterologist with over 10 years of clinical experience, specializing in digestive health for women over 60. And today, I am going to reveal 2 cereals that are burning your esophagus like pure acid and that you must eliminate from your breakfast immediately, and 4 powerful cereals that neutralize acid, protect your stomach, and allow you to have breakfast without fear or pain. Before we begin, if this content can help you, or a woman suffering from acid reflux, leave your like down below. And if you want to receive reliable medical information about digestive health every week, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Now let us get to what really matters for your health. First, you need to understand why women over 60 are especially vulnerable to acid reflux, and why choosing the right cereal at breakfast can completely change your quality of life. In my medical practice, I see hundreds of women at this stage of life, and acid reflux is one of the most frequent complaints I hear. It is not a coincidence. After 60, the female body experiences profound hormonal changes related to menopause that directly affect the digestive system. The decrease in estrogen causes a relaxation of the lower esophageal sphincter, that muscular valve that normally prevents stomach acid from rising into the esophagus. When this valve weakens, gastric acid flows freely upward, causing that intense burning sensation in the chest, throat, and even in the mouth. Additionally, with natural aging, saliva production decreases. Saliva is not just water. It contains natural bicarbonate that neutralizes acid. Less saliva means less protection against acidity. There is also a reduction in esophageal motility, which means your esophagus does not push food downward with the same force as before, allowing acid to remain in contact with sensitive tissues for longer. Many women at this age also take medications for blood pressure, osteoporosis, cholesterol, or anxiety, and some of these medications relax the esophageal sphincter or irritate the stomach, worsening reflux. Therefore, choosing the right cereal is not a minor detail. It is a medical decision that can prevent serious complications such as esophagitis, esophageal ulcers, or even precancerous changes in esophageal tissue known as Barrett esophagus. The 2 cereals that are burning your esophagus like fire, and that you must avoid completely, are sugary corn, cereal like commercial corn flakes, and industrial granola with dried fruits and honey. Let me explain exactly why these cereals are so dangerous for a woman over 60 with acid reflux. Sugary commercial corn cereal, those crispy golden flakes that seem so innocent, are a bomb of problems for your digestive system. First, they contain between 10 and 15 grams of refined sugar per serving, and most women consume 2 or 3 servings without realizing it. Refined sugar ferments quickly in the stomach, producing gases that increase intra-abdominal pressure and force the acidic contents of the stomach upward. Second, these cereals are highly processed and lack real fiber. Without fiber, digestion becomes slow. Foods remain in the stomach longer, fermenting and generating more acid. Third, many of these cereals contain high fructose corn syrup, a sweetener that directly relaxes the esophageal sphincter. In my clinical practice, I have seen women who ate these corn flakes every day for years, and when they came to my office, they had grade 3 or 4 erosive esophagitis, with the esophagus completely inflamed and bleeding. When I asked them to eliminate this cereal and replace it with options I'm going to share with you in a moment, their symptoms improved in less than 2 weeks. It is impressive how a simple change at breakfast can transform a person's life. Industrial granola with dried fruits and honey is the second cereal you must avoid, and many women are surprised when I tell them this because granola has a reputation for being healthy. But the medical reality is very different. Commercial granola is loaded with hidden sugars. A typical 60-gram serving can contain up to 20 grams of sugar between the honey, maple syrup, brown sugar, and dried fruits like raisins, cranberries, or dates. This excess sugar not only ferments in the stomach, causing gas and reflux, but also causes blood glucose spikes, followed by sharp drops that stimulate gastric acid production. Additionally, industrial granola contains refined vegetable oils like sunflower oil or soybean oil that are used to toast the oats and nuts. These oils are highly inflammatory for the digestive system, especially in older women whose gastric lining is already more sensitive. The dried fruits in granola are another huge problem. Raisins, dried cranberries, and other dehydrated fruits have an extremely high concentration of sugar and are very acidic. When you chew granola with dried fruits, you are introducing concentrated acids directly into a digestive system that is already struggling with reflux. The nuts in granola, although nutritious, are very dense in calories and fats delay gastric emptying. This means that foods remain in the stomach for hours, increasing pressure and causing acid to rise into the esophagus. I have had patients who told me, "Doctor, I do not understand. I am eating granola, which is healthy. Why is my reflux worse than ever?" When we analyzed the composition of their granola, we discovered they were consuming more sugar at breakfast than in a dessert, and their stomach simply could not handle it. Now let us move to the 4 cereals that really calm acid reflux, protect your esophagus, and allow you to enjoy a nutritious breakfast without pain or burning. The first healing cereal is whole grain oatmeal cooked without added sugar. Oatmeal is considered by the gastroenterological medical community as one of the safest and most effective foods for people with acid reflux. Oatmeal has an almost neutral pH of 6.2, which means it does not increase stomach acidity. It contains beta-glucans, a special type of soluble fiber that forms a soft and thick gel when mixed with water or milk. This gel coats the walls of the stomach and esophagus, creating a protective barrier against gastric acid. It is as if you were putting a natural shield that protects irritated tissues. In clinical studies with postmenopausal women with reflux, daily consumption of whole oatmeal reduced acidity episodes by 60% in just 4 weeks. The key is in how you prepare the oatmeal. You must use whole oats in thick flakes or steel-cut oats. Never instant oatmeal because it is too processed and lacks fiber. Cook half a cup of dry oats with 1 cup of water or unsweetened almond milk over medium heat for 5 to 7 minutes until creamy and soft. Do not add sugar, honey, or artificial sweeteners. Instead, you can sweeten with half a mashed ripe banana, which is also alkaline and soothing for the stomach. Some of my patients add a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, which has anti-inflammatory properties and helps control blood sugar levels. Eat the oatmeal warm, never very hot, because extreme temperatures can irritate the esophagus. Consume this oatmeal breakfast at least 5 days a week, and you will see a notable difference in your symptoms. Oatmeal also keeps you full for hours, preventing you from overeating later, which is essential for controlling reflux. The second healing cereal is puffed brown rice without sugar or flavorings. Puffed brown rice is an extremely gentle and easy-to-digest cereal that does not irritate the stomach at all. It has a neutral pH and is gluten-free, which is important because some women develop gluten sensitivity after 60 without knowing it, and gluten can inflame the digestive tract and worsen reflux. Puffed brown rice contains complex carbohydrates that digest slowly, providing stable energy without causing sugar spikes that stimulate acid production. This cereal is also rich in B vitamins that support the nervous function of the digestive system, helping the esophageal sphincter work better. In my practice, I recommend puffed brown rice, especially for women who have severe morning reflux, that which appears as soon as you get out of bed. 1 cup of puffed brown rice with warm almond milk and half a banana in slices is a perfect breakfast that calms the stomach without causing acidity. Make sure to buy natural puffed brown rice, without added sugar, without artificial colors or flavorings. Always read labels because many commercial brands add hidden sugar. Puffed brown rice is also excellent for women who have slow digestion or constipation because although it is gentle, it contains fiber that improves intestinal transit. You can vary your breakfast, alternating between oatmeal one day and puffed brown rice another day, maintaining variety without sacrificing protection against reflux. The third healing cereal is unprocessed puffed millet. Millet is an ancient cereal that has been consumed for thousands of years in various cultures and has extraordinary medicinal properties for the digestive system. Millet is alkaline, with a pH of 8, which means it neutralizes stomach acid very effectively. It is one of the few cereals that actually changes the pH balance in your stomach toward a less acidic state. Millet is naturally gluten-free, easy to digest, and does not cause intestinal inflammation. It contains magnesium, an essential mineral that helps relax the smooth muscles of the digestive tract, facilitating the movement of food and preventing the buildup that causes reflux. In studies conducted with older women who suffered from chronic reflux, the incorporation of millet in the diet showed a significant reduction in the frequency and severity of acidity episodes. Puffed millet can be consumed as a breakfast cereal, mixed with warm plant milk. Use 1 cup of puffed millet, add coconut or almond milk without sugar, and sweeten only with a little chopped papaya, which also has soothing properties for the stomach. Millet has a mild and slightly sweet flavor that makes it very pleasant to the palate. You can also cook millet grain, like rice, and consume it in other meals of the day. Some of my patients prepare millet porridge by cooking the grains with water until obtaining a creamy consistency similar to oatmeal. This type of preparation is especially useful for women with very irritated esophagus who need foods of very soft texture. Millet is rich in antioxidants that protect cells from damage caused by chronic inflammation. If you have never tried millet, I encourage you to incorporate it into your diet because its benefits for acid reflux are truly remarkable. The fourth healing cereal is organic puffed quinoa without additives. Quinoa is technically a seed, but it is consumed as a cereal and has exceptional properties for women with acid reflux. Quinoa is a complete protein, which means it contains all the essential amino acids your body needs. This is important because after 60, women need more protein to maintain muscle mass, including the muscles of the esophageal sphincter that weaken with age. Quinoa has a slightly alkaline pH and is extremely easy to digest. It does not cause gas or bloating like other heavier cereals. Puffed quinoa can be consumed directly with plant milk as a crunchy and delicious breakfast cereal. 1 cup of puffed quinoa with unsweetened oat milk and a chopped red apple without peel is a complete breakfast that provides protein, complex carbohydrates, fiber, and does not cause any reflux whatsoever. Quinoa is also rich in magnesium and zinc, minerals that support the health of the gastric lining and help repair tissues damaged by acid. In my clinical practice, I have seen that women who incorporate quinoa into their diet have fewer episodes of nocturnal reflux, that which appears when you lie down, and that is so disruptive to sleep. Puffed quinoa is light and does not cause that feeling of stomach heaviness that some denser cereals can provoke. Make sure to buy organic puffed quinoa, because non-organic versions may contain pesticide residues that irritate the sensitive stomach. Quinoa also regulates blood sugar levels thanks to its low glycemic index, which is essential to avoid excessive gastric acid production that occurs when there are glucose spikes. Now you need to know how to incorporate these 4 healing cereals into your daily routine to obtain maximum benefits and eliminate acid reflux from your life. Breakfast is the most important meal to control reflux throughout the day. If you start the morning with the right cereal, you prepare your digestive system to function optimally. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, have breakfast with cooked whole oatmeal with half a ripe banana and cinnamon. This is your base breakfast, the most powerful to calm reflux. Tuesday, alternate with puffed brown rice with almond milk and chopped papaya. Thursday, try puffed millet with coconut milk and a red apple without peel. Saturday and Sunday, enjoy puffed quinoa with oat milk and a touch of natural vanilla without sugar. This variation ensures that your body receives different nutrients and does not get bored of always eating the same thing. Always remember to eat slowly, chewing each bite well. Digestion begins in the mouth, and when you chew well, you produce more saliva that neutralizes acid. Never eat your cereal in a hurry before rushing out. Sit down calmly. Dedicate at least 15 minutes to your breakfast, and do not drink liquids excessively while eating because they dilute digestive juices. Drink liquids 30 minutes before or after eating, not during the meal. These cereals work best when combined with other healthy habits, such as eating smaller portions, avoiding lying down immediately after eating, elevating the head of your bed about 15 centimeters to sleep, avoiding tight clothing around the waist, and reducing stress, which also worsens reflux. I need to ask you a direct question. Which of these two dangerous cereals have you been consuming without knowing it was worsening your reflux? The sugary corn cereal that seemed so innocent? Or the granola with dried fruits that you thought was healthy? As a gastroenterologist, I understand the frustration of following nutrition advice that ends up damaging your health instead of improving it. I want you to write in the comments, "I was eating," and complete with the cereal you discovered was harming you. Your honesty can help another woman who is suffering the same thing you were suffering without understanding the cause. You are not alone in this, and sharing your experience can be the change someone else needs to start healing. It is absolutely essential that you understand some important medical precautions before making changes in your diet. If you are taking medications for reflux such as omeprazole, lansoprazole, esomeprazole, or any proton pump inhibitor, do not stop them abruptly without first consulting your doctor. These healing cereals are a powerful complement to medical treatment, not a replacement. Untreated chronic acid reflux can cause serious complications such as severe esophagitis, esophageal ulcers, narrowing of the esophagus that makes swallowing difficult, or Barrett esophagus, which is a precancerous condition. If you experience alarm symptoms such as intense chest pain that radiates to the arm or jaw, difficulty swallowing solid or liquid foods, unexplained weight loss, vomiting with red blood or dark material like coffee grounds, or black tarry stools, you need emergency medical attention immediately because they may be signs of serious complications or even heart attack. Many reflux symptoms can be confused with heart problems, especially in women over 60. If you have diabetes, be very careful with cereal portions, because although these 4 cereals have a low glycemic index, they are still carbohydrates that affect blood sugar. Measure your portions accurately and monitor your glucose levels regularly. If you have chronic kidney disease, consult with your nephrologist before increasing consumption of whole grains, because some are high in potassium and phosphorus, which can be problematic for compromised kidneys. If you are taking anticoagulants like warfarin, talk to your doctor because some whole grains contain vitamin K that interferes with these medications. And remember that cereals are only part of a comprehensive plan to manage acid reflux. You must also avoid trigger foods such as coffee, black tea, chocolate, mint, tomato, citrus, very fatty foods, fried foods, spicy foods, alcohol, and tobacco. You must maintain a healthy weight because excess weight increases abdominal pressure and worsens reflux. Doing moderate exercise, such as walking 30 minutes daily, also helps improve digestion and strengthen the esophageal sphincter. As a gastroenterologist specializing in digestive health for older women, I see patients every day struggling with acid reflux without knowing natural solutions based on scientific evidence that really work. I created this channel specifically to share validated medical knowledge, dietary protocols that I use in my clinical practice, and proven strategies that improve the quality of life of my patients. Every week I bring updated information on gastroenterology, natural treatments backed by scientific research and practical tips you can implement immediately. To receive reliable medical content about digestive health, acid reflux, gastritis, irritable bowel, and all topics related to gastroenterology, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss any video. We are going to take care of your digestive system in a natural, safe, and effective way. Your health is the most valuable thing you have, and you deserve to live without that constant fire in your chest that limits your daily life and steals your peace. Together we are going to conquer acid reflux and recover your well-being. See you in the next video with more real and effective solutions for your digestive problems. Take good care of yourself and remember there is always hope and solutions when you have the correct information.